We are live. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for clearing my throat in your ear. First fucking thing. I apologize to everybody, including you, TS. That's TS.
That's Sasha.
We are separated once again by coast. You are on one side of the country and I'm on the other. But we were together for a minute.
We were. It was a good time last week.
Yeah, it was a great time. What a great trip. It really was. Start to finish. It was great. We got to do our live show. I got to smoke first A of all. I didn't even write it down. It was such a whirlwind. But you got me weed.
Yes, I did. I advanced your rider.
Yeah, I indeed had a list. An expensive list. Sheesh. It is expensive.
Yeah, it was. And I even went on a discount day.
I was like, damn, I have expensive taste. But I do. I'm a snob, you know.
For sure.
Damn, you are. Well, I think
life is too short to smoke booth.
It's true. A wise person once said.
I think Confucius said that.
I think so too. And we follow that mantra pretty, you know, being on the West Coast is you just, and I really do miss that weed very much. But I will say, and like, okay, so remind me what you got me on the West Coast. Okay, I remember, I remember one.
So the flower, we'll start with the flower.
Yes.
We got Kushco OG.
Yes, of course. Now you had to get that. If you are in SoCal, you know, for any amount of years, you've probably seen Kushco OG at places. You should get it when you find it. It's good. But you got me Kushco OG for the nostalgia.
And yes, yeah. And then we got some Ted's Buds.
Of course, you had to get me.
Had to get the Ted's because so far Ted's Buds has not let us down.
No, I'm usually pretty satisfied. Yeah, our friend Val, who's a longtime friend, she brought over some Maven joints. Those were quite good.
Ooh, I haven't had Maven for a long time.
Yeah, me either. I was like lit. Like they were very good, nice and weedy. You know, joints like pre-rolls, but like solid, really solid. I really enjoyed them. But Maven's always been okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait till the question, but I think my dogs have to go out. Can you carry the show for a minute and talk about what else you got me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I got this. So also we picked up some 710 Labs. We got the Percy Moonbow. I don't remember which Moonbow, but it was wow, exquisite, delicious, live rosin. Percy.
Thank you so much. You're
710 Labs.
Yes. Okay, you're up to the Percy. Proceed.
The Percy, and then we got the another live rosin from 710 Labs, which was the Stardog, and it was like another thing mixed in there. I can't quite remember right now. It was Stardog, which we were talking about Stardog on recently, and when it popped up as a concentrate, I was like, oh, okay, we have to get this.
It was meant to be. I've been a long time fan of Stardog, always and forever. You know, I could be misremembering this, but I do remember being on the East Coast and first smoking it. But that was like around the time that California weed was really, really making its way here in like big old batches. Not the first time, but that was like around the time there was like a big wave of that. And I could be, but that's where I remember first smoking it and really, 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 really liking it. And it had a similar taste and effect throughout the years, but I feel like it was consistent. And it was really, really good. It was really, really good. I fucking love that Puffco, man. I really do. It's so nice and compact.
The
we are not sponsored. Yeah.
And that's a collab we need to do.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. They, you know, we are, again, if we're nothing, if not, we're consistent. We're very much creatures of habit, many habits. And the Puffco is one of them. We always love that sweet, sweet Puffco technology. And I know this sounds like an ad, but listen to our past shows over the 10 fucking years that we've been doing this show. We've loved Puffco for that long.
This is real.
No, and those concentrates were very good in that Puffco.
Okay, so
and I found go ahead.
I pulled up the order just to get everything clear. We had Stardog Pie number 9.
Great.
And Tropicana Grape Cake 11 rosin batter. And Moonbow 112 number 3 Percy rosin. Well, yeah, that's a lot. You know, there's some nerds out there, and I want to get this right. You know, like because Moonbow 112 number 3, I want to make sure it wasn't number 2.
Yeah, that's a deliberate name.
Number 7. And the Ted's Buds was turbo cherries, which I don't know. The cherry strains are, they're speaking to me lately. I really love a cherry strain.
I love the cherry strain. Yeah, I love a good cherry strain, and if it's like delicious and terpenes, that's exactly what I need in my life. And I'll tell you, I, said to myself that I was proud of my country of New Jersey for weed in the legal market. Obviously, it's not California. Like you go out there, and even as somebody, I am what I would call a heavy consumer of weed. Thank you, God. Praise be. I go to California, and you still feel different when you smoke weed out there. Like when you smoke that weed. Like it was so nice to be out there smoking that weed. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like very stupid.
It's different.
But I will
For
say,
sure.
New Jersey's given it the old college try. And I definitely find myself being excited. And I didn't know if I was before. I was like, ugh. I was like, I know it's going to, hopefully it gets there. But like, sometimes regulated weed at the gate. I think New York is an example for me where I feel like I've been a little like kind of chasing at least legal or adult use in dispensaries. I don't know where you get your weed, but where I was getting it wasn't a huge fan. And hopefully it'll come and get there. But I found here in New Jersey, while I can, and you can read the rest of our order. Wait, is that it?
Well, I mean, I did click off of it, but you got some.
No, I think I got edibles. That's what I
capsule.
took before the show. I meant to do like a video. I took like a half. So I took 50 milligrams. Yeah. And then I took some gummies. So like 15 milligrams. Like, I don't know. I don't want to do a full 100. I want to work out tomorrow, but I get smacked where, oh my God, we were talking before the show. Before I talk about what I got here, wait, should we talk about that now, or should I talk about the 710 first?
What
You know what I mean? Yeah. Can you read my mind? No. Talk about the 710 first.
Yeah, 710 first.
Finish our train of thought. Perfect. Great. That's why you make the big bucks. Okay, so I was excited. This is the place I went to down the block of my high school that I went to. It just blows my mind. I think it's wonderful. I think it's a wonderful world where you can go into a dispensary off of Bergenline Avenue in West New York, New Jersey. It's wild, just like you found it when you went to Buffalo, who knew? So this place just so happens though to sell fucking fire. I found them because you got me the Puffco for Christmas, and I wanted to find some good concentrates here in northern New Jersey. And this place, Nile, popped up. I just know these guys are from California. I just know they are. Like they have all the California brands, the multi-state ones that are like top shelf. So they did have 710 concentrate. It's fucking pricey, but it's 710. And we were just talking about this 7 and flour.
No way.
So look at the fucking package. Shut the fuck up.
It's like the same container, but giant.
I'll probably get banned from like every single. There'll probably be lasers coming down from the sky if I show this weed, just like shadow banning our show. But there's weed in here, and it smells fucking good, and I am like, very proud of it.
Did that container seals properly?
Yeah, if I could close it. I can't. I'll be able to do it. It's very satisfying when it closes. Yeah, there it is. That felt good. Did a little shiver there. Here it is. It is Machiavelli Kush.
Wow.
Oh, I love it so much. And I maybe I'm just excitable, but I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna smoke it now. It's pretty good.
What does it test at? Just for some reference points.
I'll tell you. It's 30%. 30%. No, lies. Total is 36.
Okay.
Yeah, total is 36, and total terpenes is 3.25. Quite a bit of terpenes.
That's very high for a flower.
Limonene, 1.29. Beta-carotene, which I find I need quite a bit of. I'm a big beta-carotene fan.
Okay.
That's what works for me. 0.51. So, I guess I actually didn't even. Okay, I'm gonna smoke it now. And linalool is always in everything I like too. 0.32. Bless Jersey also for doing like the label stuff. I appreciates it. I think we're doing a fine job here in good old Jersey.
Merry old Jersey.
Merry old Jersey, governor. You know how we're all British over here. No, yeah, it's, I really do love the East Coast quite a bit, but weed is very good out west. It's difficult to compare. So I wouldn't say we're like on par, but like,
You have to
I
give
don't know.
props to the Nile in
I
West
sure
New York,
do.
New Jersey, because they have 710 and they obviously they know what the fuck is going on.
Facts. If you have a 710, you're willing to spend dollars
Yeah.
and you believe it will make people come back. You must. Now, to be fair, they have mad deals. Mad deals. So, hopefully they are, you know, I want them to flourish. That's what I want. I want it
Well,
to be.
you support them, and
I
with your
do, and I will.
consumption habits alone, you should be able to keep them in business.
It's what weed.
And you just whipped up a cone right there. Did you get a hit?
I did.
Excellent.
I did. That's good. It's really good. I am happy. But yeah, so the trip was great. Wonderful trip. Really great. Yeah, we did our live broadcast last week. It's up. The podcast is up on idobi.com and the free Adobe app. We had a blast. It was so much fun. We got to see everybody, all of my West Coast familias, all of them, every single one. The stars really did line up. The planets were literally aligned that
That
week.
night. Yeah.
It was great. I was like, oh, I mean, it's been a steady decline since then. Retrograde got me fucked up, but we'll get back there. We'll get back to okayness. Couple little stumbles here and there, but that trip was great. Then I don't know, I was just nervous because gestures broadly, and I was going on the plane back to the East Coast, and I got on the plane, and I had those capsules. And I was like, yeah, bro. He was like, I was like kind of running a little bit late. Like, not really, but like, it's that last like 20 minutes where you're like, if there's like a little bit of a hiccup here, I'm going to be sweaty. And then I feel like shit was delayed a little bit. There was winds, so there was turbulence. It wasn't too bad though. Like the actual like waiting wasn't the worst. I knew I was in for it because like the FAA is like steadily getting worse because of funding cuts. So I know traveling now is difficult. So I knew I was in for some fun. So I had already taken 50 milligrams. And then I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it. I took more. I don't even want to tell you how much more, but I took a lot more.
No.
What the fuck am I doing? Now, listen, I love to be very stoned. Of course I do. It's like kind of my thing. But in the air, when I'm already like at a heightened state of nerves and also just like tired and, it's just so much activities for this little brain, then, the physical toll it takes on you when you green out, which I was definitely doing. Cause like there's something about the altitude. It happens all the time at the same time of a flight when I take too many fucking edibles and I just start to melt. Like physically, I feel so sick and I'm like, oh no. I'm going to have to like do something, but it always ends. It always is over. And I always have to remind myself in my head, I'm like, this is going to be over. Just fucking stop freaking out. Thank God I had a middle seat. It was like the girl next to me was sleeping. And that was nice.
So you got the sativa hashtabs 100 milligram and the indica hashtabs 100 milligram. Which one did you take?
I don't fucking know. What do you even mean?
Nobody
Which one did I
probably
take?
one of each.
Probably. Most definitely I did. Almost for sure. And I was like, no problem. It'll be fine. And I was like, ugh, God, don't do that. Don't do that. Please. But it happens to the best of us. You said you greened out too. I noticed you're not jumping to tell your story. You're like, oh, you look really stupid.
Yeah, you good. No,
I do. I feel so silly. Come on, girl. Like get it together. It's not that bad. Don't green out,
I had a miscalculation.
Oopsies.
As well this week. This little beauty, the St. Ides syrup, 1,000 milligrams of THC and 250 milligrams of THCA in this bottle right here.
You can stop. I don't even need the info. You
250
I
milligrams
don't
of
want you to say
THCA. THCA, not THCA. THCV, for fuck's sake.
I'm gonna be my man. Why
200
didn't you do it? Are you okay? I don't want you to do it. I want you to do it anymore. I don't want to know anymore.
So to have 1,000 milligrams in this bottle, my calculations were way off.
Indeed.
Okay, to be fair, I didn't read the directions here.
See? So we both don't read the labels.
Read the fucking label.
Please, just read the label, please.
It comes with this little shot glass that you can measure out in milligrams. And I took 5 milligrams of this. 5 milligrams.
Yikes.
So for some reason in my head,
I've done that. I've done those calculations before.
I was only taking like 5. Like I thought I was taking like 25 milligrams total.
Yeah, no, I've done that before. I've absolutely done that before. And it gets bad. You're high for days. You know what I mean? Like you wake up and you're high and you're dehydrated, you know, like it's not fun, my friend. Dare to keep kids off drugs.
Calculations days later. In that 5 milligrams of syrup that I took, it was, I'm going to see if I can get this right, 84 milligrams of THC and about 25 milligrams of THCV. Which is a very high dose for my.
That's very high. THCV, that's very high. That shit'll get you. It'll get you. I notice I can't take that high of a isolation in any form. It makes me feel like I'm having heart trouble. And that's just me. You know what I mean? Like, and I have a pretty high tolerance, although my tolerance has gotten a bit lower as I've aged, but, and just different like combinations of chemicals, I think, in my brain. But like, I mean, I used to be able to take a lot of milligrams and I still can. My tolerance obviously it goes in and out. Sometimes I go days without taking edibles. I have to, but sometimes I'll do what we did and I'll just get too high, man.
I was on the train heading to an undisclosed location and I'm like, oh my God, what is this is increasing. Like I am getting higher and higher.
Yeah.
My back pain's disappearing. This is great. I'm stretching. Sure. I'm like doing all this stretching.
Me too. Oh, I was doing a lot of stretching. Yeah, I was moving around a lot. You got to move around. Well, if you can't walk, don't walk. But because I couldn't walk, it was so bad. My legs were mush. But I was like trying to move around, just trying to get my blood pumping.
Yeah, I'm like, can I dance this off?
Fresh air is always good if you can get it.
You know, it was a ruckus on the train as it usually is. So I knew I was in the danger zone. I was in for a ride. And I am not gonna lie, I was pretty fucking lit for a solid 6 hours, and then I was just regular lit the rest of the day. You know,
visibly high. Yeah, visibly like.
And sometimes people notice. Sometimes
most times they do. Usually, like I just look like, especially when I travel. Travel just, it just does a number on me. I'm not a great traveler, but this time I was like, it's not going to get me. I'm so excited about daylight savings. Like I thought I was invincible. Really did. Thought it wasn't coming for me. And then I got too high on the fucking plane, visibly high, for sure. And then I got off and it was like not that late, but it was rush hour. So I got Dunkin' Donuts, again, not sponsored. And I got a donut, visibly high.
Gotta keep my blood sugar up.
And iced coffee. No, my blood sugar was so low because that's like something that totally happens when you green out. You wake up and you're like hypoglycemic. Like for me, anyway. And I'm like so thirsty. Oh my God. But in the air, man, I don't recommend. I feel like it's like probably not good for you in a lot of ways. So don't do it. Don't be like me. Please.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
Read the labels.
Figure it out.
That's our PSA this week.
Yeah, man. Like we're really in an era of information with weed. Let's use it for how it is right now. Who knows when they'll fucking defund weed? Who knows where weed is going to fall in this ridiculous timeline that we live in?
It certainly isn't a priority in 2026.
Absorb all of the shit you can, not be dumb like us. Imagine like if I just started like freaking out On a plane? You
Well, they
shouldn't bring weed on a plane either. Don't do that.
they landed
do it?
in like Kansas City with a disturbance,
Serious.
a
Oh
medical
God.
disturbance.
No, I really sometimes because if you want to listen to the past 10 years of the show, at least once a year, you'll hear Sasha's story where she fucking greened out on the plane because I am dumb, bag of rocks. But each time I have been like, what if I am the reason that CNN, especially during this time, for fuck's sakes. But that's why I took all the edibles because I was like, hella nerves. And I was like, this will do the trick.
I think that, there's no such thing as bad publicity, Sasha. And I think that would be, if your name was on CNN, I think that would be amazing. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be on a flight later this month and
You might be not. Yeah,
I
just
might
tell
be.
somebody to film you. I'll go to LA. I'll come back with you and I'll film you. I'll just
Film
be
me
like,
greening out with
man
an
freaks
emergency
out, man
landing.
greens out, Silver Fox greens out on a plane.
What a headline. Demands more cookies.
We are, yeah, no, I luckily, because I knew where I was going, I got snacks. I got really, really adequate snacks. I felt in my heart of hearts. I got a delicious trail mix. That I was like, this is really living. If anybody saw me eating, it would look like I was starved for months. The way I was, the way I was eating.
Ravenously eating.
I was just like, it was deplorable. I'm ashamed. It was my shame ritual, but I made it, and I'm glad the trip happened because it was quite good. And thank you for making it good and being my shopper, getting me really wonderful weed. And thank you for all the homies for coming out. It was so nice to see everyone. I'll be back. Obviously, LA is the spot, but I'm back on the Beast and smoking East Coast weed. Very happy to see 710 Labs in my life. But interesting about LA weed is what we'll talk about next, right?
Yes.
Yeah, baby. To go to
Where
a
are you?
break over here. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.
It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show with TS and Sasha. Don't panic. It's organic.
And we're back.
We're back.
It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's yes.
And that's Sasha.
And I am really gross with my voice today. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm doing my best. It's dry out here. You know, it was 75 degrees here today. It is. I like to say the date. Because you're probably listening to this in the future. And that's cool. I love you. But we don't know what's going on from day to day. We here in the United States of A. So it's March 9th, 26.
That's correct.
Holding up a newspaper. That was AI generated. So
Oh my God.
we were talking when I was in LA, having a great time. You got me weed. That was so good. But I was like, I mean, I knew the answer, but like we often talk about this, I suppose. Like, what is different? What happened to the weed of yesterday, specifically in South LA, is what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
But
this is
we could also refer to the broader term. You know what I mean?
This is a question I get all the time from the people in the shop, from the homies. Everybody wants that sticky, icky.
Damn it.
And why isn't the cannabis you consume today as sticky, icky as it was when you started smoking?
Yeah, why?
If you started smoking back in the day. So try to do a deep dive in this, and there's some theories and there's some facts out there. And one of the first things that I thought about is that the way growers grow cannabis in modern times is different from the nutrients, even the lighting, the technology.
Because it's for commercial, because it's for big sales, probably.
Yeah, the commercialization of it all generally will bring down the quality of it all. But there's some nuance, because regulations say that it has to be within a certain parameter of moisture content, which is pretty low, and even lower. It's like the moisture content, you probably got it a lot fresher from your homie back in the day, or even the dispensaries back in the day, like when we started working in the dispensaries.
Well, yeah, it was like smaller fat.
Absolutely.
And there was so much more attention paid. It's hard to grow weed is like what I used to say. And I think like big weed really did, and it happened before in other states, probably before us and other places. But once that starts to happen in big bulk, it starts to, the quality just starts to get, the mid level gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so you lose, and yes, sticky, icky is totally due to how it's grown, when it's sold, what it grew with, the climate it grew in, stuff like that.
Yeah, you don't want your cannabis to go into the jar and be too wet, because then it could be prone to mold and other like sort of molds, and I can't think of the name of the other kind of molds, but mold is bad, and all the other things that can grow in your cannabis post harvest if it's too and not being consumed and it's too wet. I know that's why it's like one of the things to, I don't know who made these regulations, but having that moisture percentage so low as to prevent molds from happening. But also at the same time, these grows are enormous commercial grows. They're rushing, quick drying and quick curing so that they can churn out as much product as possible. So you're losing a lot of quality that way, for sure.
There's a direct line of change when you smoke like post regulated weed, it's just different.
You're losing in like a product that's sold by weight. You're losing weight, you're losing money, you're losing the terpene profile, because the terps are degraded through this fast curing process and fast drying process. So like modern air conditioning systems they're just like sucking the life out of the plant. Surprise.
Weird.
The commercialization of cannabis. So yeah, there's like
when's the last time commercialization of anything was bad?
The love's gone. I've been really like enjoying these videos. I sent them to you. It was Eddie Lepp, a true cannabis pioneer, activist grower from his crew growing in the medical days in the up north. You see these smaller farms outdoors, and you see these really small, people were these guys were growing in soil. They were growing in soil indoors, and they didn't have huge HVAC systems. It was slow dried, it was slow cured, there was a lot more love in there, and that's when you got that sticky icky.
Mm-hmm. And the grows would be big, not like warehouse big. It'd be big. You have a farm's worth of weed that you grow, and you can get it sticky like that, especially in California. Man, oh man. And that's what is a little disappointing, in the prepackaging of it all. It's just, there's a lot of hands it has to go through before it gets to you also. And that's not how it used to be, and I feel like a little bit like old man yells at cloud about it, because it is very like back in my fucking day. And like, yeah, sure. But it was also illegal, and, people are still in jail for it, but like more people were in jail for it, I suppose. And, it was there to keep kids off drugs. I do feel like obviously we're in a better place. I will sacrifice a little bit of stickiness. I wish we could pay more attention, but that's just what happens, And I think it's an interesting study to go state to state and try the weed in each place. I feel like each place, it's just so good to have it exist, and have it like accessible. You're gonna find good weed where you want to find it. So like that's a plus. But it hit different. The same weed that you had gotten me that I had smoked so many years ago.
Yeah.
Before we started this show. So a really long time ago. And it hit different. And I was like, I guess, yeah, it's just a commercialization. I think also like you don't want to have a big carbon footprint, so you don't use probably as much water. It's regulation shit. It's regulation stuff. You got to use this and that and the third. And
yeah, there's definitely things that you can't use nutrient wise in today's legal market.
Right.
That,
yeah.
Contributed to the sticky ickiness.
Indeed, it's true. You can't use that stuff.
I mean, honestly, I feel good about that, and I've smoked plenty I've smoked plenty of chemicals. But I feel good. There are some regulations in place. I wish there was just a little more care at the back end of it. In the
Yeah, man, we're in a better
industry.
place. We're not complaining. This is the
For
better,
sure.
worse situation, but it's not just us that feel this way. You know, many,
No.
many folks, and we are the everyman. Definitely, you know. But again, so lucky, so happy, so blessed. While we have it, we should take advantage of it. But it is worth noting there is a way to grow. If you live in a state where you can grow your own, why not give it a whirl?
Yeah. Small batch, crafty quality, grow your own.
Perfect it.
Dry it, slow dry.
Rewarding.
Cure it for as long as you need to cure it. Slowly.
Very rewarding.
Put a little number on it. Number your batch.
Yeah, number your batch like Moonbeam 213, number 3.
Number 2.
Okay, we're going to take our last break, then we're going to come back. We'll be right back.
Final Huff and Puff with TS and Sasha.
And we're back.
We're back.
It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's TS.
And that's Sasha.
And we're live on idobi Radio. I don't even think I said that like at all today. We're live on idobi Radio. Love you, idobi. Fucking love you. It's so much fun being there, seeing all the idobi fams. You just keep your eye on idobi. We're such a great crew. Fucking love that place. You know, in a world full of like really bad stuff, good to have like this. So we love idobi with our whole fucking being, and we love you. Thank you for listening and always being a part of it. Because like weed is gonna save the world. We've often said that. Hopefully, because we're really in for it.
And idobi music will save the world.
Yes. Preach. Now, this is fun. This is a fun story. So this is a fun one. We're gonna do a silly one now. So I remember this was so fun when I was on the West Coast and I was working at the weed. There, the Girl Scouts of America would post up outside. For a while, like the Girl Scouts would be there, but that like mostly it was like the parents who would just like post up and they'd come with cookies and people loved it. They ate it up. Like members would come in and out and they were like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah. So like then the moms would come in and they would get weed and then they'd give us cookies. We pay for the cookies, obviously. And it was a really great deal. It is so smart to stand outside of a dispensary. Are you kidding me? So here in my country of New Jersey, where all the cannabis buzz is happening, it is electrifying with cannabis news here and weed. And they did that. They stood outside of a bunch of dispensaries, and
the New Jersey Girl Scouts stood out in front of the Daylight Dispensary in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. What is Mount Laurel like, Sasha? Can you describe the community?
I drive through it. No, I can't. I think it's a suburb.
Okay.
I drive through it when I go to my sister's house. She lives in Norwood, and so when I get on the parkway of the Palisades, I get on I drive through. There's an exit for Mount Laurel. That's all I know. But I don't think I've ever been inside.
What exit?
But I love your work, Mount Laurel. I love it. Maybe I have. Who knows? Who knows with me? I probably live there.
The Girl Scouts were out there on a trial basis, and they were killing it, as you could expect.
Of course.
Posted up in front of a dispensary. The Girl Scouts head leaders of the Central and Southern New Jersey chapter of the Girl Scouts were upset and put the kibosh on it. And according to the Girl Scout bylaws, they're allowed to go and sell basically anywhere, but if it's a business, they have to be allowed to go into that business. So let's say a bar. Right. They can't post up in front of a bar selling cookies. So I guess.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I do remember when the mothers were doing it, I remember them saying they got a stern talking to. That somebody probably, some fucking whack ass narc, like called the Girl Scouts and was like, oh, they're selling it. Because then they had to stop. I remember there was like a direct stop and they said they didn't do it anymore. And we were like, damn.
Yeah, you're trying to. Yeah, totally. So who fucking narked?
And what are you going to do with Girl Scouts of America? They've got to whatever. They don't know. What are they, You're trying to build a community within cannabis. You always say it's the cannabis community. That's all encompassing it's the fucking community. I know. They should really embrace it. They really should, because We fucking love Girl Scout cookies. Like, you don't understand.
How?
Like, to a point where like I'm sick with myself is like when I have the munchies. Like I want to go into somewhere where there's Girl Scout cookies tomorrow, and I need them in my mouth now
How?
because the munchies will take over my brain when there's Girl
How
Scout cookies. Nobody has a chance.
awesome was it when the Girl Scouts were posted up in front of the Wellness Earth Energy dispensary?
That's in which I refer.
And yes, and
I've been talking about this whole time.
and you know, people would come in and be like, "We got you guys some cookies," and then like our manager would come in and be like, he dropped like $100 on cookies, and when his arms would be overflowing
Oh, yes,
with
bags.
cookies, and he'd be handing them out, and there'd be every kind
The
of
best day
Girl Scout
ever.
cookie.
I'd be like, you're kidding me. You're kidding me right now. I'm so happy. And I have like fucking chocolate all around my mouth, like greeting. Like I'm a pig when it comes to I'm not even a human being. When it comes to Girl Scout cookies, I will fuck them up. So they should love us because we give them the biz.
We do, and they should be allowed to enter the free market and sell their cookies because it's for charity. They need this. They need this so that they can go on camping trips and field trips and get their uniforms. And it's not right. Sasha, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
We were going over this. I had a hard time with this.
Like nailing down. What's your top 3?
All right. Samoas, obviously. I mean, it's just so obvious.
Yeah.
I just feel like jumping, duh. But Samoas, I'm telling you, when I can eat my weight in Samoas, I'm not even kidding. It's impressive. Like bigger men than me have been like, Jesus Christ.
I will crush a whole sleeve of Samoas.
I've heard people go, whoa, after Girl Scout cookies and me. I do like the tag-alongs, but I need to have like milk, which is going to give me a bellyache. But I need to have like full ass milk or oat milk. I'll do oat milk.
Chocolate
it needs to
and
be
peanut butter.
Heavy in calories. Yes.
Yeah,
Ooh,
chocolate
yes, the
and peanut
tag-alongs
butter.
are really good.
So good. My kryptonite.
I like those lemon ones. You can't get those all the time though.
No. There's 2 kinds of lemon ones now. I think there's some new Girl Scout cookies.
There was one that was like lemon that I used to go for that nobody would go for. And I'd be like, you know what? Give me that one. And it was tasty. It was came in clutch.
Like the lemon shortbreads.
Yeah.
So good. Underrated for sure.
Gimme. Yeah, I turn into Homer Simpson when it comes to Girl Scout cookies. Well, yours are Samoas, right? Let me guess.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Samoas. Thin Mints. Well, I do like Thin Mints. My husband likes Thin Mints. He'll fuck up with Thin Mints for sure. My family, we would get the Thin Mints growing up when we got the Girl Scout cookies. Boy, was it a good day.
Not my favorite Girl Scout cookie, but
do you like a mint chocolate situation? I feel like I never see you indulge in that. I like a junior mint. It's refreshing.
No junior mints for me. I think I passed on them when we went to the movies.
Well, you're lost. Because they're delicious and refreshing.
There's a new one. If I see the Girl Scouts anywhere and it's cookie season, there's a new one that I really want to try. The Adventurefuls. It's like a cookie, a salted caramel cookie brownie. If anybody's ever had one of those, I've never seen them.
Brownie. Interesting.
Somebody really ought to do, and it's probably highly illegal, would do a Girl Scout cookie collab.
Like an edible?
Yes.
You should make them. I bet you can find a recipe.
We should. Well,
tune in for fucking next week's. We're plastered on our own edibles.
1,000 milligram Samoa.
Well, what a fun show this was. Thank you for everything. Just thank you. We survived in this world where we got maybe a little too high now and always. Thank you, idobi, and thank you to 710 Labs and to LA and to West New York. And
fuck ICE, fuck Donald Trump, stop doing wars for fucking oil, and don't panic.
It's organic.